Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sober School, where you can always find experience, strength, and hope. My name is Drew. I'm an alcoholic. We want to welcome you to this platform here today, regardless of what your addiction may be. You are welcome here. We support your pathway to recovery, your pathway, and whichever pathway it is that you choose, well, we're here to help. And we definitely want to make sure that it works for you. If you're watching this through the Recovery Classroom Facebook group page, we encourage you to share your own experience, strength, and hope, and your own words of wisdom. You never know who needs to hear what it is you might have to say, and it could just change someone's life, including your own. Quick reminder, if you're local to the area this week, man, we got jam-packed meetings all week long. Tonight at the New Beginnings meeting here in Barbersville, again, if you're local to the area, at 7 o'clock at New Beginnings meeting tonight here in Barbersville, Josh C., a good friend of mine, will be sharing his experience, strength, and hope, and his words of wisdom, and all the things that he's gone through over the course of his recovery journey. So encourage you to come out and attend that meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night we have the Recovery Cafe, the Recovery Classroom at the Cafe, Point Cafe, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, also down in Huntington, West Virginia. And then Wednesday night we have the Attitude Adjustment meeting at Bates Presbyterian on East Pea Ridge Road in Barbersville at 7. And then, of course, Friday night we have the Crosstalk meeting, which was just such a great meeting last week, and I'm so glad we started that meeting up. Just a lot of fun. Speaking of Crosstalk, one of the topics that came in from the Crosstalk meeting that we weren't able to bring up for discussion, but I wanted to touch base on it, are addictive personalities, and how we have that addictive personality. Once I tried my first drink of alcohol, man, I was set. I was 13 years old. I'll never forget it. I was set. I found a bottle of whiskey. Me and my buddies found a bottle of whiskey hidden in a creek out behind my house, of all places. And I don't think it was my dad's, but it could have been. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was the neighbor on the other side. Anyway, I took that drink, and man, it triggered something. And all throughout my life, I have always had that affinity towards whiskey, towards bourbon. And man, the more I drank, the more I wanted it. Sound familiar? The more we drink, the more we drug, the more we want. See, I remember times I couldn't focus on the drink I was taking at that moment because I was too focused on how I was going to get the drink after. Did I have enough booze left after I finished this drink? And so sometimes I'd get so wrapped up, even while I'm taking my drink, I'd get so wrapped up, oh God, I only have half a bottle left or whatever. And I'd immediately start thinking. What that is, that's the addictive personality. Now, and again, I can only speak from the alcohol perspective, but drugs, it's the same way. See, what's happening is we are stimulating the neural pathways, the reward pathways in our brain that of course triggers the nucleus accumbens, the pleasure center of our brain, to say, hey, we really like that feeling. And every time I took a drink, man, I really like that feeling. But then all of a sudden what's happening is all the hormones are being released from my body. I'm having the physiological response, and the anxiety set in. Do I have enough? Do I have enough to last me? Or how much do I have left to last me? Can I get a good buzz? That's part of that addictive personality. Here's what a lot of folks miss. You could be addicted to more than just drugs or alcohol. Yeah. So you could be addicted to exercise. Yeah, guilty. You could be addicted to food. I like food too. You can be addicted to Facebook. See, what's happening is when we take these specific actions, it triggers the reward pathways in our brain. Now, granted, every action will generate a slightly different hormonal response, and the hormones, of course, are the chemical messengers in our body. And so, based upon the action we take, will stimulate and generate different hormonal responses, which, of course, will dictate our behaviors. There's another chemical that a lot of people, I am talking a vast, large number of people, are addicted to, that we don't hear a whole lot about regarding addiction. We see it every night when we go into an AA meeting. Yeah, it's actually in an AA meeting. We see it all the time when we go to the grocery store. I'm not talking about food per se. I'm talking about another little white powdery substance called sugar. Sugar, sucrose. One molecule of glucose, one molecule of fructose. Combined, 50-50. Sugar is an addictive substance. When was the last time you went completely without any sugar at all? You probably started feeling angry, hangry is the word is. That little white powdery substance that's in a container whenever we walk into an AA meeting, that stuff's addictive too. Think about this. Let me point this out to you. How many times do you walk into a meeting and you see somebody? Matter of fact, the next meeting you walk into, I want you to walk in and look around the room and see how many people are holding, say, an energy drink, a soda, a Monster drink, a Red Bull. There's so much sugar in that, glucose, added sugars, and yet we're addicted. See, we could trade one addiction for another. When I first got sober, I, of course, cut out the booze, and I immediately segued into being addicted to my exercise. So I started running. Running generates and stimulates a lot of hormonal responses, endorphins, adrenaline. Man, I became a junkie for that. I'm still a junkie for that. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is what effect is this addictive trait causing for me? For me, whenever I was drinking, this addictive trait, man, it was ruining my life. I had allowed it to ruin my life. It made me balloon up. It made me gain weight. It made me make poor decisions, especially as far as my nutrition was concerned. So if the addictive behavior is destroying our bodies, destroying our minds, it's probably not a good behavior to have. We probably need to find something else to channel our thoughts, channel that addictive personality that we have. We probably need to find something else into it, to pour into it. Now, with that being said, I'll be the first one to tell you, as a personal trainer, I can tell you, you can over-exercise. Yeah, you can exercise too much. Too much exercise is a bad trait. Too much food is a bad thing to do, right? So we have to maintain a balance. I will say this, exercise is a lot easier to moderate for me, a lot easier for me to control than what I could ever have done with my alcoholism. Food may be easier for you to regulate and control than, say, your drug addiction. At the end of the day, our addiction is the same. It stimulates, it's been scientifically proven, it stimulates the same reward pathways, be it alcohol, be it drugs, be it sugar. It stimulates the same reward pathways in all of our brains. The difference is how we respond to it. How do we respond to that addiction, and what is that addiction doing to our lives? I can't tell you the number of times I'll say something to my kids and they're down on their little phone, right? I just see the top of their heads. It's frustrating. We can be addicted to many things. Games on a mobile phone. My wife, she loves this one game on her that she plays all the time on her mobile phone. We can be addicted to just about anything. If we can be addicted to drugs and alcohol, we can be addicted to a lot of things. I want you to stop and ask yourself, what is my addiction, whatever that may be? It could be sex, it could be porn, it could be food, it could be a number of things. Is this addiction, is my addictive behavior, my addictive personality, is this causing me harm? Because if it's causing me harm, then chances are you need to find another activity to become addictive to. Again, I stress exercise and nutrition. I've learned how to control my exercise, my need for more running. Like this morning I went and I just stopped my run right at 25 minutes. I was done. I wasn't going to run anymore. One thing I have noticed, that those of you who know me know that I am addicted to keto ice cream. I love my keto ice cream. I've even had to slow that down, because again, any addiction, regardless of what the substance is, any addiction can become a terrible thing. It can actually start hurting your body and hurting your mind. So I want to encourage you today, pay attention to what you are paying attention to. Pay attention to those things that, just because you think it's sold over the counter doesn't mean it's not addictive. Like I said, sugar for one, those energy drinks, man, those scare me. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. I really appreciate it. You guys keep me sober, and I could not be more appreciative. So thank you for that. If there's a topic you'd like to hear discussed, drop it down below in the Recovery Classroom Facebook group page. We'll take a look at it. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.